This is the mindset of a Section 8 recipient. This is the mindset that have me over here saying, Negro, please. Back in 1991, in the song How to Survive in South Central, rapper by the name of Ice Cube made a song, How to Survive in South Central. And in that song, the lyric says, but if you need some affection, mate, make sure to ain't no Section 8, because if so, that's a monkey wrench hoe. When you meet a woman that's on Section 8, you meeting a woman that's entitled. When you meeting a woman that's on welfare, you meeting a woman that's entitled. These individuals are not worthy of a girlfriend. They're definitely not worthy of a wife. They're not worthy to be in a relationship with. When you give somebody something, they don't think they have to earn anything. I want y'all to listen to this woman have to be schooled on being an adult. I want y'all to listen to this woman explain how I'm not paying my rent because I don't have a job, and everybody should understand that. Let us resume the video.
If you were getting housing assistance, and you needed to submit certain documentation for that assistance to continue, then you needed to submit that documentation. Your rental amount is your rental amount. Whether you're working or not, your rental amount obligation is still the rental amount obligation until your assistance that you receive from the state says otherwise. That isn't going to say otherwise because you have not submitted the proper documentation.
I tried to talk to her about it and she cut me off. So I didn't know if I was still supposed to do it or when the way she cut me off, it's like, don't even worry about it. I'm going to evict you. So I didn't know it was I still had to turn in that stuff. I don't know how this stuff works. She didn't tell me, you're still required to turn in the paperwork, but I'm going to file eviction still. I have no clue of that.
Ma'am, even if you're evicted, or even if you're not evicted, either way, there's still a pass-through amount that's owed that your assistance would not cover because you were not certified during that time. So, Ms. Ellison, what is the amount that you're indicating is due and owing?
I'm turned in the paperwork.
Your Honor, the rent due and owing is $2,454, and I can break down that for you if you'd like, Your Honor. It's not that.
Please do.
Your Honor, her last payment was May 2023, and at a 581 at that time, it left her a $30 balance on the ledger. So she had a $25 late fee for May, and then $581 is rent that was due and owing for June, July, August, and September. And there's been a $25 late fee for each of those months, and that is the amounts that we are requesting, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm sorry, what's the amount for rent? 5 what?
81.
Okay, I thought I heard a different amount for the June, July, August, September. Okay. And so, ma'am, do you understand where that dollar amount comes from?
Not really, but I mean, I guess so.
Okay, so for the months of June, July, August, and September, your rental obligation was $581. That was not paid. So that total is $2,224 for those 4 months of rent.
Your Honor, 2,000.
They're always gonna be connected.
And you'll always be my best friend.
189.
I'm sorry, one what?
189.
So the total is $2,643. So the court is going to indicate after hearing, plaintiff is entitled to recover possession of the property. The amount not due and owing for unpayment and other costs is $2,643.
Can we also talk about
I'm sorry, what?
I've been complaining about mice in the apartment for a minute now, and they only brought me 2 sticky traps and never called anybody out.
The old something is wrong. The old something is wrong, I shouldn't pay rent trick. It's a Section 8's go-to move when they're about to get evicted. Let us continue.
And I've had to put money into mice traps on my own. I have a video.
She have a video.
Did you submit that request in writing or verbally to
Verbally.
the office?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Okay, Ms. Diver,
Yes.
did Ms. Rossiter inform you regarding the mice?
Yes, she did about 3-4 months ago. We gave her some mice traps, and I did have Able do her building, Able Pest Control, and she never came forward and saying she still had a problem with them, so we just assumed it was taken care of. She did not call the office to let me know anything differently.
Okay, so Ms. Rossiter, did that take care of the problem?
No, no one ever came out and sprayed my apartment. So,
What do you mean nobody ever came out and sprayed your apartment?
you know,
What do you mean?
no one's ever came. All they gave me was 2 little sticky traps, and that was that. And then the AC that's 19 years old or something, from what the maintenance guy said, that's broken down to where me and my son had to sit in this apartment 93 degrees.
Did you communicate that to the office?
Yes, when it broke down, it kept bringing it down, and the guy said it was a really old one, and they're surprised that they didn't change it out. But I've had multiple problems with this AC too.
Ms. Diver, what about the air conditioning?
I have no idea what she is talking about.
Your Honor, I also would like to just add that we were here last week and none of these issues were brought up. It was certifications too. Now we're at judgment, you're entering a judgment, and now we have this list of issues which we don't
I
have.
have a video of recent.
You heard what the lady said? She said, Your Honor, we was here last week and none of these issues was ever brought up. Now we're here for judgment and now all these issues are being brought up. It is amazing to me. It is a NeeGroo Please exclusive when you listen to these individuals that just don't understand economics, don't understand life. They live life based on a bunch of hype. And then when Judgment Day comes, pun intended, when Judgment Day comes, now they know how to try and offset hype. I'm sorry, they try to offset substance with a bunch of hype narratives and issues and things that are wrong. NeeGroo, please.
Where me and my son had to sit in this apartment 93 degrees.
Did you communicate that to the office?
Yes, when it broke down, it kept bringing it down, and the guy said it was a really old one, and they're surprised that they didn't change it out. But I've had multiple problems with this AC too.
Ms. Diver, what about the air conditioning?
I have no idea what she is talking about.
Your Honor, I also would like to just add that we were here last week and none of these issues were brought up.
Of course
It
not.
was just a recertification too. Now we're at judgment, you're entering a judgment, and now we have this list of issues which we don't
I
have.
have a video of recent, a mice climbing out of my stove.
Additionally, Your Honor, my client did ask for an inspection a few months ago and to see where the mice were coming from, and she declined the inspection, Your Honor. So we can't correct it if we're not allowed to come in. I mean, we don't know why we weren't allowed to come in. We're assuming it was because of the condition of the home at the time. They do an annual inspection in July. That's when we found out that the electric was off and the house wasn't in the greatest condition. But again, Your Honor, this is just stuff just added to try to delay the process.
Exactly.
No, it's not. I promise it's not. It's been a problem, and
It's amazing. I was watching an eviction video where the woman had a suspended license. They were towing her car. Her car was on a tow truck. And she then was standing next to the police cruiser demanding her license back. The police informed her that your license is a property of the state. You don't get them back. So she stood at the police car. The police said, ma'am, could you move? Because we're about to leave. She says, no, you guys are racist. She then punches the cop. And then she says the very same thing. She said, I promise I didn't punch y'all. When the video clearly showed she did. But like the woman said, now that there is the day of judgment, now all these issues are being brought up because we were here last week and you said absolutely nothing. I told you guys, I've been telling you guys for years that these are the dumbest creatures on the planet. Y'all don't believe me. Negro, please.
That's what this AC too.
Cyber, what about the air conditioning?
I have no idea what she is talking about.
Your Honor, I also would like to just add that we were here last week and none of these issues were brought up. It was just a recertification issue. Now we're at judgment, you're entering a judgment, and now we have this list of issues which we don't
I
have.
have a video of recent, a mice climbing out of my stove.
Additionally, Your Honor, my client did ask for an inspection a few months ago and to see where the mice were coming from, and she declined the inspection, Your Honor. So I can't correct it if we're not allowed to come in. I mean, we don't know why we weren't allowed to come in. We're assuming it was because of the condition of the home at the time. They do an annual inspection in July. That's when we found out that the electric was off in the house.
So in July, the electric was off. And she is saying that, well, we was in here in 93-degree condition. Now the lady is now saying, well, the electric was off. These creatures, boy.
Wasn't in the greatest condition, but again, Your Honor, this is just stuff just added to try to delay the process.
No, it's not. I promise it's not. It's been a problem, and I've been speaking about it.
Ma'am, have you submitted anything in writing to the office?
When I spoke to a lawyer, that's when she told me I should have brought it up. I talked to a lawyer about 2-3 days ago. That's why this is getting brought up now. And she even brought up to me that this might be some discrimination going on.
Oh, man.
I didn't even tell her nothing about the situation. I only told her about the situation that was going on. And she spoke about, do you think there's some racism going on or whatever?
Oh, my God.
And, I said, yeah, but I spoke with my mom about that, but she said that she don't think I should bring that up if
they let you stay.
Anything.
If they let you stay.
That was brought to me by a lawyer through legal aid.
Right.
Okay, and so is that lawyer?
Because the lawyer was comforting you. The lawyer was just playing into your delusion.
Going to be representing you, ma'am?
No, she said that they're going to try their best to represent me, but there's a lot of people that they're trying to get to, so they weren't able to come today.
Okay, so what does that mean? Are they going to be representing you and asking for an adjournment? Are they not representing you? What does that mean, ma'am?
Right.
I'm still waiting to hear back. I talked to her 2-3 days ago. She said that they're going to try their best to get to my case, but there's a lot of people that they have to get to.
Okay, who did you speak to?
I don't know.
I forgot the lady's name, but I can just look for the number and give it to you.
Well, no, ma'am. I mean, I'm presuming if you spoke to an attorney that you wrote the name down.
Right.
I'm sorry, no. She wasn't the person that's supposed to be representing me. She was just getting information. She's supposed to be, what she said she was in. She
said I spoke to an attorney. That's what she said. Now she's saying I didn't speak to an attorney. It was the person it's amazing, man. Like I tell y'all, they are the dumbest creatures on this planet.
I put my information into a couple different places so I can get help.
So the judge is going to enter that, in fact, she mentioned none of this in the last hearing. Listen.
Ms. Rosser does know her rights. She knows her rights regarding legal representation. She's contacted legally. She doesn't have anybody representing her here today. The court's going to indicate that at the last hearing, that none of these issues were brought up. It was only the recertification issues that the court was talking about. And now, as the court is prepared to enter a judgment, now Ms. Rosser is making claims regarding living conditions and some alleged harassment. Mm-hmm. There isn't any documentation to that effect. However, she's making these claims. I'm going to allow her an opportunity to present those claims. So, counsel, we're going to do an in-person hearing on September